ambapo pia kuna viongozi sehemu hiyo wanahutubia wanahabari hivi sasa. Wacha tuwasikize, alafu tutakuja kujua kile ambacho kitakachoendelea kutoka hapa studio.
She has been walking around telling voters that she is a student at Moi University. She was a student at Moi University School of Law. We are asking her to come forward with the relevant documents, with evidence to prove it. Because to the best of our knowledge, to the records in our institution, she has never been at the Moi University School of Law. Thank you so much.
Maybe a question.
Yeah.
Regarding the issue of you naming Rael Jebiji, that you were never a student here. Someone can say you're being used by our opponents to malign her name. What do you have to say about that?
That question, it depends from where you view where you view our statement. We are coming out clear, and we are not telling anyone to vote for anyone. We are just laying the facts bare as they are. So it will be up to the voters to decide. If you are deciding whom to vote for based on the academic records, and she has lied about it, then you are banking on the wrong candidates. But if you are basing it on something else, you can go with it. You can go through with it.
Still on that question, why wait until the last minute? Why did you do it earlier?
It hasn't been on the public domain. And yesterday, if you were keen, the Daily Nation, there was a story that a young lawyer, and it has been stated in a national newspaper. That is what has irked most of us. We couldn't come before the press and talk about this because we didn't have evidence of our claims. But right now it is on our paper, a daily newspaper, and we are rebutting that.
There is fear that young people, especially in as a hotspot, it's feared that young people might be subject to some violence. What do you tell them?
Okay, I'll nominate one of my colleagues too.
You in person?
Okay, me in person, my view is that, and I want to tell Kenyans, Uasin Gishu is not a hotspot. Take it from me. Take it from the young people. Too much is at stake because of us. Too much is at stake for the young people. And what we are telling our friends, we were lucky to study in a cosmopolitan region. And we cannot, and those of us who experienced the 2007 violence will not want to go down that road. Some of us transferred from schools. Some of us dropped out of schools. Some of us lost their parents, businesses, and their premises. But for us, it's only a fool who will not learn from the past. As the young people, we are together in this. Election is on 8th, and on 9th, probably, we want to go back to our daily lives. And that is my message to the young people. And let me say this in Swahili. Wase kule nje, tusibleed ndo walid.
Yeah, true.
Tusibleed ndo walid. Hao wanataka kazi, sio sisi ndo tunataka hiyo kazi. So let's vote for them. Let's give them the work. Let them do it for us. It's not about them. It's about us.
Sure.
If we fight for them, who will be there for us tomorrow? That is my message for the young people outside there.
Maybe you can tell us, if at all you as the young men and women, have you in the past had peace initiatives in the region?
Yeah, actually, we've been going around schools as the Moi University School of Law fraternity. We've visited children homes. We've visited schools and churches within our locality. And the message is clear. Even if we go to an extent of telling our names out, you will realize this is Kenya. This is Kenya standing before you. And our messages on Facebook, on Twitter, on WhatsApp, on every group, we are telling people, listen guys, we as the young people, we are the majority. And if anything happens, if we go down that route of 2007, Kenya will go back more than 20 years behind. And guess who? Those years will eat into our lives. Right now we are in our mid-20s. Who knows, if everything goes back to normalcy, we will be approaching 50s. We are the greatest losers. And our message is clear. Let's vote. Let our voices be heard on the ballot papers, on the ballot boxes. The noise we are making on Facebook, on WhatsApp, the hate being spewed left, right, and center. If you don't like a leader, don't elect him on 8th. And keep in mind, there is much at stake. not just the election, our lives. Some of us are going out of campus, we need jobs. If we burn down offices, where will we work? If we kill our prospective employees, who will employ us? As the young people, in fact, if they are a group that shouldn't engage in any type of violence whatsoever, if you are aged 35 and below, mind your business. If you are not a police officer, don't go out. Thank you so much.
Maybe lastly, what is your message to some politicians who have been asking the electorate to guard votes at the polling stations?
My message to such politicians: first, produce your children at the polling station.
Let them be the first people.
Let your children guard your votes. Our parents are not on the ballot papers. And we will not go to such an extent that you are protecting your own. We have information that some of their children are not even in the country.
Now, as we speak.
We cannot entertain such things. If your child cannot do it, then we won't do it. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. If you want us there, bring your children. But as for us, as the Moi University fraternity, School of Law, the custodians of the law, whatever has been said, whatever has the message from the Inspector General of Police, the message from IEBC, the demarcated area, the radius, that the 400 meters radius, we are going to obey it to the latter. And we will stay at our homes. We will continue doing business as usual as we await the results. And whoever will emerge the winner, he or she will be our president, our governor, our women rep, our MP, our MCs. We are giving them jobs to serve us. So it will be the burden of proof will shift to them and let them serve us. And we are not going to protect votes. They already have agents, the police are there, and the officers from IEBC are there. We believe that's enough protection for the votes.
Ni viongozi wa wanafunzi katika chuo kikuu huko Eldoret hapo wakizungumza na wanahabari.